If you were watching the foreign exchange market last week, you might have been overwhelmed or shocked by the volatility. But I did tell you last week that we expected a lot of volatility because of the FOMC, the non-farm payrolls, and a lot of other high-impact news items that were released. So we're seeing a big change in the direction of our major currency pairs and gold as well. So that's what we'll have a look at in this video. Here we are with our regular weekly analysis starting on the 6th of May, the first full week of May 2024. And as usual, we look at the high impact news, the profit and loss, the pending orders. That's the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week. And we'll look at forexfactory.com to see what news items will be released this week. And I do all of this just to help you make profit with your Forex trading. And I hope you are making profit. So let's jump over to the calendar, the forexfactory.com website, where we have our fundamental news items listed. And it's a fairly light week, I guess you could say, compared to last week. There are a couple of main items that we need to be concerned about, and that is on Tuesday, the Australian economy will be releasing their information about whether or not they will raise or lower their interest rate, and it's called the cash rate in Australia. Then on Thursday, the pound, Bank of England will let us know whether or not they are going to raise or lower the interest rate, and they call it an official bank rate, official cash rate. Interest rate. It's all the same thing. Overnight rate, sometimes you see it listed as. But these are important items. These are high impact items that we need to be aware of with the Australian economy and the UK economy. And then there are a few other items, the regular ones like the unemployment claims on Thursday for the US economy. But just be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local times. All right, the profit and loss. I'm doing this video a little bit differently this week. I'm not going to be showing the profit and loss from last week's trade setups. All right, I hope that you did okay. All right, I hope that your trading was okay last week. As I said, it was very volatile. There was movement in all directions with everything. But let me know in the comments below how you did with your trading. I'm just making this video a little bit shorter and leaving out the profit and loss. We only had one stop loss that was hit, and that was on the EURUSD. Everything else we had profit on. Gold was about 230 pips profit, even with the big moves that we saw. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the pending orders. And I do this to help you make profit with your trading. All right, I share my trade setups with you. But remember, this is not financial advice, okay? I'm not suggesting or recommending that you take the same trades. You can if you want to, but it's up to you to manage your own account and to use good risk management. Just don't be greedy. Don't overtrade. Don't overlot. Don't trade too big, okay? Plan your trade. Trade your plan. All right, so let's jump in and get started. And first we have a look at the indexes, and this is the JPY index, which is the Japanese yen compared with several other major currencies. And we're seeing, it looks like, surprisingly, that the Central Bank of Japan might be starting to support the Japanese yen. All right, we reached a high of 160 yen to the dollar last week, and this is the lowest that the Japanese yen has been in some 40 years. All right, but it looks like the Japanese bank, the Central Bank of Japan, might be jumping into support. Whether or not this is sustainable, time will tell. But this is what we're seeing now. We have to trust our strategy and follow our charts. With the DXY, which is the US dollar, compared with 6 other major currencies, we're seeing a decline in the strength of the US dollar. Now, whether or not this will continue, we don't know, but it's what we see at the moment. And because of the weakening of the US dollar, the major pairs are turning bullish against the US dollar. So let's jump in and get started with these trade setups that I share with you. And gold is now bearish, okay, fully bearish. After more than 2 months of just looking like it was going to the moon, gold is fully bearish. Okay, that's no reason to panic, all right? When something is bearish, we look for an opportunity to sell. That's all. All right, so I have a sell limit. Yes, a sell limit on gold with the entry price at 23.20. That's the blue line you see in the chart there. And I even have a take profit for you this time. I expect it to trade in this range between 23.20 and 22.76. This is the range that I expect it to be trading in. It could go lower, it might, all right, but at least we should get down to our Fibonacci level there at 22.76. So gold is bearish, fully bearish. Look for an opportunity to sell. And then, as I said, the major pairs are turning bullish against the US dollar. So I have a buy limit on the Euro US with the entry price at 1.0735. The odd US is a buy limit with the entry price at 0.6570. The New Zealand US is a buy limit with the entry price at 0.5975. The pound US is a buy limit and very close to the pending order now with the entry price at 1.2535. The USDCAD, we're getting a little bit conflicting signals on the day chart and the 4-hour chart, which I use for long-term planning. The 4-hour chart is bearish on the USDCAD, but the day chart is neutral. Okay, and when something is neutral on the long-term chart, I prefer not to take a trade, but with the USDCAD and the weakening of the US dollar and the other major pairs being bullish against the US dollar, we could see a continuing decline with the USDCAD. So take a sell limit, all right, but use a small lot size, all right, because of the difference between the 4-hour chart and the day chart with the bearish and the neutral signals. Take a small lot size with the USDCAD, a sell limit at 1.3695. 1.3695. Then the UJ, yeah, it's a sell limit. Okay, maybe we stop throwing our dart at the board and expecting to be able to buy anytime the UJ. Perhaps it has reached a turning point. All right, we have to trust our strategy, trust our charts, and we are bearish on the UJ, fully bearish on the day chart and the 4-hour chart. So I have a sell limit on the UJ with the entry price at 153.85. 153.85 on the UJ, a sell limit. And now, of course, I always share my Bitcoin chart with you. As you know, I do not trade Bitcoin. I do not buy and sell on a daily basis, but I buy Bitcoin on a regular basis on a dollar cost averaging basis as an investment in digital assets for the future. And we have seen that Bitcoin has dropped to a low price that we haven't seen for quite a while of 56,500, but early in the week and midweek it started to climb back up. And today, the screenshot I took, it was at 64,500. So maybe we'll break above 65,000 and then continue back up to 70,000, and then maybe a new high coming soon above 73,000. Remember this MT4 indicator that I always share with you? I want everybody to have it because this is the indicator I've been using for more than 10 years. I love it. It's great. It's very helpful. It's very reliable. It's only for MT4, not MT5. You cannot install it on TradingView, but for MT4, if that's what you use for your trading platform, this is a great indicator. Easy to install. It gives you the resistance and support levels updated automatically on a daily basis from R1 to R5 and S1 to S5, and it's very, very accurate and very reliable. So the download link for that is just below this video. And if you're not able to download it, just try a different browser. And if you just can't download it at all, let me know, leave a comment below, and I'll arrange some other way to get it to you. And of course, I continue to share my free Forex trading course for beginners. This is a 10-video tutorial. It's absolutely free, no obligation. The link to that is below this video. Just join the Telegram group and I'll give you all the links you need, and I will help you. Chatting is free. There's no obligation. It's absolutely free, 100%, to help you get started with learning how to trade Forex. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And by the way, if you look closely at the numbers that I share with you on those trade setups, the sell limits and the buy limits, and if you compare that with what you have seen in this video here, the trend rider, which I shared with you a couple of weeks ago, that's on my channel. Just do a search for trend rider in my channel. You'll find that video, and it's only 20 minutes in length. But if you look at exactly how that strategy works, you'll see why I give you the numbers that I give you. This is a strategy that I've been using for about 4 years, and it just works really well. So check that out, the Trend Rider trading strategy. And then before I go, I just want to ask you one question. In this video, it was very different that I didn't go through each one of the trade setups that I shared with you last week. Would you prefer to see the profit and loss from those, or do you prefer the shorter format that I've made today? Just let me know in the comments below. All right, thanks for being here. I appreciate it as always, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world. And this is Rick Ray signing off.